Okay, so we'll start. The topic future of betting and payment is quite broad. So I think we'll start a bit with an introduction, and then we might shift topic, speak about the future, speak about the clients, and yeah, we see how that goes. Okay, so I'll start. I'm Mickael Marceau. I'm heading payment for Kindred Group, and so trying to make the user experience the best ever by offering payment solution across different continents, and that's what I do. Over to you.
Hi, my name is Adriaan Brink. I've been in iGaming since the beginning, and I can say that because I launched the very first iGaming site in 1995. Watched the internet grow from a geek land to what it is today. Been through payments with Earthport, which I started in 2000, which you're probably familiar with. And now I'm running FunToken, which is a cryptocurrency community all about gambling. Basically a community of players with loaded wallets, I like to put it that way. So making the whole experience of playing and moving money in and out of operators seamless, and essentially moving the control of the money back to the players' hands, away from the operators.
What's the company you're representing today?
FunToken.
FunToken.
Yeah, the Dambo, the noisy thing out there.
Okay.
That's ours. But it won't go on during this speech because the keys are in my pocket.
I'm Charles Donnelly with Neurothink.io from the United States, and we provide machine learning services and more specifically a machine learning platform. This platform isn't public yet. We've spent the last year and a half in development of it. And fundamentally to take all of the technical work off the shoulders of our clients, people who do data science and machine learning, and be able to let them access and do their work easily, accessibly, and be able to move on with their lives instead of having to try to solve all of the technical challenges of piecing things together. And so that's the business that we're in.
But okay, so that's a good transition to maybe the future of betting and payment. How do you see machine learning and what you've been? So first of all, where do you get all the data from? You plug to the system of your client, and then you grab all their historical data out of the system?
Yeah, absolutely. So any of our clients, we can bring data in from all around the world. Data centers are connected now. We can get access to Amazon S3 buckets or anywhere else. Within the United States, it takes 9 milliseconds to connect to our system, right? So data can come from anywhere. Now, what's very interesting is whether or not the data is prepared to be able to go make a good model. That's a whole different topic, probably a little different than this. But I would say, with machine learning in the future, as Adriaan and I were talking, I think, we talk about making things faster. But once everyone has sort of equal speed of doing things, they have an even playing field. I think the more important thing as computers get smarter, I know quantum's up here, someday we will have that as well. But whatever the technology is, it's in being able to see something, find patterns, and find some causality in it, and make that easy for clients or people in betting on platforms or gaming, use that information to be better at whatever they're doing.
Okay, and lately I've been watching. I had nothing better to do on a Sunday afternoon, I guess. But I've been watching the 1 hour and a half presentation of Facebook or Meta founder Mark. I don't know Mark personally, but I call him. I say Mark. It's fun. Anyway, and he was speaking a lot about the metaverse, and and I had a reflection over the past few days, about the future of betting, the future of payment, and the metaverse. I mean, do you have any point to make related to that?
Yeah, absolutely. So what's getting interesting now is, unlike the real world, which you have to digitize and then do something with it, as more and more people get into the metaverse, it's already digitized. And if you think about making games or things fair, it's probably less about hacking and security, although that's interesting. It's more about behaviors, looking for players or groups of players, and looking for those patterns and behaviors, and they get quite good at trying to get around whatever the next advancement is. So I think that's probably the opportunity is, the term now is digital twins, looking at players and their behaviors and seeing which ones are out of probability less likely to be playing fairly.
Okay. And one question I'm fascinating about the machine learning. So, are you able, from the analysis of the data, are you able to create some sort of algorithm to whatever? For instance, okay, machine learning and payment. Are you able, if Kindred Group, for instance, give you all the data or most of it, are you able to establish whatever the payment solution used by that type of client over the past 5 years? And show only that sort of payment solution, etc. Would you be able to do that? Or?
Yeah, many of those things are available today. Now, the question is, it's one thing to go make that in your laboratory, in the data center. It's another to put it somewhere where the data is moving, where decisions are being made. And that's what they call machine learning operations, keeping track of what that algorithm is. Now it's in your business process. It can't break. The robustness of that model, these are the things that in the future we're trying to make better. And having a platform where people understand what the models are doing, which now they're getting very complicated. The last models they were talking about in NVIDIA were 1 trillion nodes. Well, what is that? Humans really don't know what that is. It takes a very long time to even understand what the model does now. So that's probably one of the challenges in making those things reliably consistent in a business process. For someone like Adriaan with, trying to run his fun token gaming.
So Adriaan, you're in the middle, so you need to take the lead now, okay? What's so fun token and the future? Can you enlighten us?
We're in the blockchain tent. I mean, come on. The future of payments, and we're not talking about blockchain, it's staring us in the face, isn't it? Cryptocurrency is here to stay. When I started the lottery in 1995, people were dialing up modems and installing software to connect to the internet, and a lot of people are saying it's a geek thing, it's a fad, and the early adopters were geeks, right? I see crypto in very much the same space. I think in 10 to 20 years' time, it'll be as prolific and as accepted by the normal person in the street as the internet is today. No one on their iPhone or whatever really thinks about it being the internet. It's just normal, it works, it connects. And crypto will get to that space, and the world will change much as it did with the internet. And I think what will drive that is to get the geekiness out of it. It's still a space occupied by geeks and traders, opportunists. What we're doing with Fun Token is really focusing on making it so brain dead simple that the numpties who lose money at your sportsbook will be able to use it. And that's really creating a community, giving them the tools that wallets that don't involve understanding what gas is and what's Ethereum and how do I use an exchange. Forget all that shit. The users just want to bet, right? They want to gamble.
So your objective, company objective, is what, to spread the FUD token across, the gambling industry for players to be able to use on many different operator sites, or?
Absolutely, yes. So we operate ourselves.
And you buy the token with cryptocurrency. You buy
a crypto or fiat. Yeah.
Okay.
So the ecosystem is evolving. We're relatively new in the space, although the token is the largest gambling token on CoinMarketCap right now. But what we have in our favor is we have a massive player base with 48 million players that we're siphoning into this crypto space. But to do that with a player base that size, where most of them are not sophisticated people, you really have to dumb it down. And the whole focus is dumbing it right down and then moving control of the money away from the operators' treasuries and putting it in the players' hands. So instead of going and depositing $100 at Kindred, playing $20 and leaving $80 there, go in there, put your $20 in and bet with it, or put $100 in, bet 20 and take your 80 back out again. And that's only going to be seamless if it's free for the operator to move the money in and out. So we established gas-free and transaction-free transactions with our new X-Fund token, and seamless. So the user takes out their mobile phone wallet, scans a QR code, they're authenticated. If they're a new user, they're registered, they're KYC'd, their wallet is ready to go. Their money is one click away from playing a game on your casino or sportsbook.
Okay, so we're speaking about the future, we're speaking about token. But I think there is a challenge today, is the whole regulation around cryptocurrency. And I think we're in Malta now, and I was speaking with my dear colleague, Christian, earlier. You know, the regulation around cryptocurrency, accepting cryptocurrency, the fiat model, it's very challenging for us operator today. We're getting a lot of bottlenecks, you know, with the regulator, with the financial institution. And if you say it's the future, if the goal is the future, the reality today is that it's very messy, you know.
Well, you know, there's a big world out there. It's not all highly regulated markets.
Yeah.
Asia is mostly in the grey to black space. You know, regulators will lag the market by years. They did it in gaming. I mean, how many years are we into gaming in the Netherlands? Still hasn't passed their gaming laws. You know, so the same thing will happen in crypto. Regulators will be way behind the reality, and the reality is always way bigger before the regulators catch on. You look at how gaming drove the payment space. You know, look at 1993, 94, 95, 2000. In the early days, not 93, 95, but you know, you look at WorldPay, Earthports, all the big payment companies were created out of gaming or porn. So it's the same thing's happening in crypto. We're going to drive the space forward, and the regulators will have to catch up eventually. They're not going to ban it. They could try, but it's decentralized, so it's really hard to ban.
Okay, good chat, guys. I mean, we have a few minutes left. Maybe we should finalize with some sort of a reflection about the future of whatever company we are representing. So, on my side, it's payment mainly, because that's what I'm doing at Kindred Group, and I believe the future of payment would be, or the future of payment partnership would be also finding, you know, provider that can handle and tackle and process, you know, on most of the continent. I've met a lot of providers over the past few days, and the challenge I'm seeing is providers are really working in certain providers are really working in silos, so either in Europe, and now it's Europe with no UK because of Brexit, it's a mess, or Asia or USA. And I think for large operator like Kindred Group or some other, we're looking really for provide the future of payment partnership would be partnering with provider that can really tackle most of the continent and offer most of the payment method. I think if there are any good provider out there, that's a message to you guys. Okay, future of fan token and blockchain.
I think I've kind of jumped the gun there, 'cause I've pretty much said it already. I mean, crypto is here to stay. It's not going away. It'll become something that is so natural to everyone in the years to come. We're leading the space in the gambling area. And as I said earlier, I really do believe the fundamentally most important thing is to make it so easy to use that the user doesn't even know it's crypto. Why should they care? Why should they know if it's Ethereum or Bitcoin or BSV or whatever? All they need to care is that it does what they want to do, which is gamble. If you can do that and make it really easy, we get in there.
And is there any way? I mean, today your vertical of fund token is gambling only, right?
No, we do travel as well.
Okay.
We're in Travala, which is flights and hotels.
Yeah.
But we position as entertainment, but it's largely gambling focused, because that's where the money is right now. It doesn't mean to say in the future we won't move into, so for instance, gaming as a non-gambling gaming, casual gaming. But initially it's pretty much just gambling. Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, whether it's crypto and blockchain, machine learning, as all of these industries continue to grow, become more mainstream, and find applications like gaming and payment processing, movement of funds. The industry always starts with the technical burden being on the user. And so it's a niche. For these things to get adopted, like Adriaan talked about, we have to take that burden off of them. And it's not an easy process. In fact, as we've spent the last year and a half building out our team and our solution, we've had to go buy all of our own equipment, do all of the integration with our partners. In fact, many times we're the ones doing the testing for them and writing their white papers because no one had run into these problems before. So it's not an easy process, but the result is when you get done with it, you can create adoption for these technologies, and then more industries and applications get get opened up.
And it's the same, your vertical is mainly gambling also?
As to which?
The vertical you're operating in, it's mainly gambling, right?
No, so we have a variety of industries that we're currently operating in. Certainly the entertainment space is one of them. Video production is another space. Being able to do post-production, being able to inference on the video production when you get done. What are you seeing in the images? There's opportunities in sports for identification, for being able to track and monitor, to be able to digitize what you're seeing on a screen. That can be turned into advertising. It can be turned into helping people with coaching. Medical industry now. So there's a lot of applications for machine learning, but once you put it into a business process, it's got to be reliable and explainable to humans. So humans will always need to be the experts in the process and driving it. We're just helping them do recognition of the pattern better. And actually, these technologies, all of these technologies in some form, have been developing for the last 50, 70 years. They just keep getting quicker and more ubiquitous everywhere.
Super. Thank you, guys. So we made it, right?
I think so.
Yes.
It was pretty good. Not even unprepared. It was pretty good. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a lovely day.
Thank you.